Alrighty. So, I decided to start upgrading my gear, start doing heroic raids every day, and I kind of wondered how much do you actually get uh, bronze per day by just kind of doing everything that you can in a day? And I don't mean like farming and sitting there and AFK and fucking hitting the same mob for 5, 6 hours and that sucks. That shit sucks. I'm not doing that. So, what you see in my inventory now are the three daily quests for the raid, the dungeon, and the scenario that you get in the infinite time area. This is every single raid on heroic. Siege of Orgrimmar, interestingly enough, can be run on heroic, normal, and mythic. I have not ran mythic yet. I do not have a group for mythic, so I do. This is not including mythic, but this is what you get from running heroic Throne of Thunder, heroic Siege of Orgrimmar, normal Siege of Orgrimmar, uh, Terrace of the Endless Spring heroic, Mogshan Vault heroic, and what's the? I feel like I missed it. And Heart of Fear heroic. So by running all of these on heroic is what you get here. I on my little notepad I have here. I started the day out at 11,084 bronze. And I have disenchanted essentially all of the drops I've gotten. So just from drops and disenchanting and stuff, we went up about 5,500. So, but now I want to see exactly how much bronze I'm getting per day, because it also takes roughly to upgrade. So to upgrade every slot, it takes the same amount per upgrade. So to upgrade every single slot, it takes roughly, I think it's like 39. It's right around 39,000 bronze to upgrade every single slot once, right? So obviously, how much do we get in a day? Let's click the buttons. Let's find out. All right. So we went from. I'll pull this up. You can just see the math with me. Uh, let's just do 75, 310, and then on my notepad here, I have my starting amount. So we're just gonna do that minus 11084. So this from doing everything I just described, and that is also including doing the normal and heroic versions of dungeons and scenarios. I did not do any raid finder. You could technically do raid finder as well if you wanted to, but all of these raid finders, it's just the queue times just aren't worth it for me. But you could technically do all this as well. So that is 64,000 bronze a day, and that is not including Mythic Siege. If I was doing Mythic Siege of Orgrimmar daily, I can assume I'm getting probably another like 10k. Um, so that is bare minimum one full set of upgrades a day, and this is once you can start doing heroic grades every day, right? But for our other calculations, if let's be conservative, right? Let's say we're making 62,000, right? Let's say we make like actually no, let's go less. Let's say we're making 60,000 a day. Um, right now, if I'm looking at 40, how many upgrades? I have 6 upgrades left. So we're going to assume that is 6 times 40k. We're being pretty presumptuous on both sides here to make it as basically what as difficult that might be. So I have of the plate gear to buy, that's 150. Of if I want to buy every single mount, some of which I have, but if I'm just going to consider this every single mount, and then if I want to buy every single toy, right? Right, and that is at this point. I'm still probably going to upgrade my gear just because I feel like it. But if I want to divide this by 60,000, that means it's going to take me about 3 weeks. Like if I stopped upgrading any of my gear right now and I did the same farm, disregarding Mythic Siege, it would take me about 20 days by doing this farm, which does take a while because there's the group farm. Doing the raids, siege takes a while because of all the RP. But realistically, if you're in a group that's decently geared and you're actually just doing the raids, they go by. You can do them pretty quick. What I need to actually do is set up just like a world tour group of gamers instead of building groups one at a time. Because what I've been doing is I'll build one for this, build one for that. That takes a while. Uh, so if I build a very geared world tour group and we just fucking blast everything, uh, it'll it shouldn't be too bad. It would take me 20 days to get everything, and actually that's also including the remaining 240,000 bronze required to upgrade all of my gear. Um, so actually, if we times this by 60k, we'll get back to our original number. If I minus this by the 75,000 that I have, and then divide it by the 60k, I'm looking at basically to get literally everything, I'm looking at 18, 19 days. If I do these farms every single day, and that's including upgrading my gear to max. That is including buying every single toy, every single mount, every single piece of plate gear. I've heard people talk about holding their bronze and waiting, but I think that's the biggest mistake I made personally, was holding my bronze and waiting and seeing, oh, are they going to nerf it? Are they going to... No. Your best bet is 100%. Even if you're doing normal raids, it's a little less bronze, but it's still quite a bit. Just upgrade your gear and just start doing the raids. If you can, if you have time to do that every day, right? If you don't have time to do that every day, try and upgrade your gear a little bit. Get to the point where you can do normal raids and get invited to normal raids. Anything around like, I don't know, 390 item level, and you can probably get into the normal raids really without too much trouble and just blast them. But yeah, that's the map. That's what we're looking at right now. That's how long it's going to take me to get, and it looks like you can farm about, if you're doing even Mythic Siege, you can farm like 75,000 bronze a day if you do everything. And that's without having to do meaningless grindy farms. So I wanted to test it out today because I finally got my necklace. I got my gear upgraded a bit. I was curious to see how much bronze it actually takes to get, or how much bronze you actually do get. And it's a pretty good chunk. That is a full set of gear upgrades every single day, at least. And after the gear's upgraded, everything just becomes faster. Doing the dungeons faster, raids faster, 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 faster. And you're just sailing through, you're invited to every single group. You're chilling. So I would honestly, if you have time, I would definitely recommend just trying to get your gear upgraded. It makes a big difference. And even if you're only doing something like normal raids, I still think just getting that bit of extra bronze intake, because they obviously don't want people farming. They literally have nerfed every single farm that's not just doing the raids. All of them have been nerfed. Every single one. Even today, they nerfed the Kunlai farm up here. And I have not done any of these farms because I don't fucking want to. I farmed like, I think like 6,000 charms initially with the frogs just because I wanted to get a bunch of my reps up. But now with these changes, you're just kind of chilling. Yeah, if I had a recommendation for getting bronze, it is upgrading your gear so you can go do more content and get invited to content and waste less time because your gear is better. That's certainly what I would do. But if, let's say, you don't really have that much time to play a day, like really you're just like, you log in for maybe an hour a day, your best time probably spent is doing the normal and time running dungeon, the the two scenarios, and then one, and then while you're doing those, you're queued up for one wing of LFR. You do these three quests. It's a little over 10,000 bronze, and you will just slowly be able to buy everything you want if you're looking at just cosmetics and don't care about upgrading your gear, doing heroic or that kind of stuff. So yeah, that's what we're looking at. That's at least what I found out. So yep. Yep. Thanks for watching. Ah, man, no. Okay, listen, this is cringe. I'm at that like 10-minute. Okay, I'm just gonna like ramble a little bit because I looked over. I'm like, okay, well, what's my recording time at? And I'm at that fucking 10-minute, 30-second mark, and I'm going, because you know people are doing that with the fucking farm, trying to farm YouTube and shit. And I just look at it and go, So now I'm sitting here stalling for time, trying to go at least to the 11-minute mark, because anytime I see something that's like 10:20 or 10:30, I just look at it and instantly just like, yeah. So, all right, we've hit the 11-minute mark, so I can end the video now. God, it still sounds bad. It sounds bad. Okay, I don't think I'm gonna win this one. All right, bye bye.